The song Eleanor Rigby was released in 1966 and went to #1 in the music charts. I think it's a really clever song, largely because the music has a rhythm which is upbeat and mirrors the bustle and busyness of everyday life. But the lyrics are different. They're terribly sad. They tell the story of those people who are forgotten in a fast-moving, busy world. The song repeatedly asks one question: all the lonely people, where do they all come from? Well, where do they all come from? Because there are a lot of them, and probably more of them now than there were in 1966, when Paul McCartney and John Lennon wrote their song. The song is about loneliness, a loneliness shown through the life of one woman. There is a grave in St. Peter's Churchyard in Liverpool with the name Eleanor Rigby carved into its headstone. Lennon and McCartney took her name and made it immortal by giving it to the woman whose story they told in words and music. Eleanor is quite old by the time the song starts, and we find her sat outside the church where there has been a wedding. Here she bends down and picks up some of the rice that the bride and groom's family and friends have thrown instead of confetti. We're told that Eleanor seems to live in a dream as she puts on her makeup every morning and then stands staring out of her window for the rest of the day. Perhaps she stands there and thinks about the man she loved, that she was going to marry or even married before he was killed in the war. Whatever happened, we know that Eleanor is now alone and has been so for a long time. And we know that because when she dies, not one single person turns up at her funeral. Not one single person comes to bring flowers or thoughts or memories or to say a prayer. Not one single person comes to even whisper goodbye to Eleanor Rigby. She dies completely alone. The only person who stands at her grave is Father Mackenzie, who takes her funeral. Eleanor has been forgotten. She won't be missed, and no one will notice that she's gone. All the lonely people, where do they all come from? Well, I think that we all help to make the lonely people. Where do they come from? They come from us. We're so busy getting on with our lives, busy on our phones, busy watching films, busy texting friends, busy on Facebook, busy working, busy going to meetings, busy arranging holidays and outings, busy shopping, busy putting away the shopping, busy eating out, busy making tea, busy cleaning the house, busy watching television, busy going to football matches, busy wanting the newest things, busy dancing, busy going places, busy looking for the newest phone, busy, 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 always we're busy. In fact, so very busy that we forget that there are people who need someone to talk to, someone to smile at them, someone to just simply say hello. It must have been the same in the time in which Jesus lived, because he reminded the people then, as he does us today, that we should not get too caught up in the busyness of life, that we should not forget the really important things of life. And these, Jesus said, are the things which cannot be bought and sold. Things such as love and friendship, kindness and care. If we've learned anything from the past weeks in lockdown, surely it must be the importance of family and friendship, the importance of human contact. I think that perhaps many people have got to know each other better as life has had to slow down. I would think that many of us have had the time to think about the things which mean the most to us. As we come out of lockdown, I wonder just what will be changed in our communities, our country, and in our world. I imagine that many things will be changed forever, some for better and others for worse. If you go to Stanley Street in Liverpool, you can sit on a stone bench right next to Eleanor Rigby. She's there in the form of a statue which was sculpted by the famous pop star and entertainer Tommy Steele. There in the busy street sits Eleanor, looking down at a tiny bird, a robin, which has landed on the bench and which is looking up at her as she feeds it with crumbs. Eleanor's right hand rests on her shopping bag. It is cold, so she wears a scarf around her neck, an old coat, ankle boots, and a headscarf. Her only friend is the little bird. Next time you're in Liverpool, go and find her. She will still be there, sitting on her bench, a reminder of just how important it is to be loved and to have friends. Some things are beyond price, and they're the true treasures of life. Jesus said, "Share what you have with others, and you will store up treasures in heaven." This is something that we have hopefully learned from the past few weeks, and something which we can take with us into the coming months and years. Something which will change things for the better. And if we're all willing to do this, we would never, ever, ever have to ask again, all the lonely people, where do they all come from? Now, wouldn't that be something to take into the future, learned from these weeks of change for each and every one of us?